out where the gravel meets the old skyline. Found an oak tree mark in time, carved our names in that rough-hewn hide. Beneath its branches our loves did bide. Winds whisper through the leaves did dance, and held her close, stole a chance. Her laughter echoed wild and free, a melody just for me. But now that oak tree burns in the fires of the past, smoldering roots and memories that last. Silent ash falls where our laughter once lay. Oh, how I miss her more each passing day. Seasons turn her scarf in the wind. That old porch knows we won't dance again. Her path led her past the county line, left me with the echoes of what was mine. Old cabin's empty, the door still sways, echoes of footsteps in better days. Horse stands ready, my heart just yearns for the love that lived where that oak tree burns. And now that oak tree burns and the twilight's fading glow. Each ember sparks the pain only wanderers know. Stars dust the sky, but her light's what I crave, lost in the shadows of the love we gave. In the saddle I ride through the whispers of the plains, each trail a memory, every vista spells her name. And though the dust may settle and the rains may wash clean, her smile's a ghost in every place I've been. Yes, the oak tree burns, a beacon of what's gone. In the silence of the wild, her memory still dawns. The fire may die, but my heart forever yearns for one more sunset where that oak tree burns. Oh, in dreams I see her where the oak tree burns.
In the town of Rye, under a weeping willow shade, I once swore love to a maiden fair. Her scarf of patch of crimson silk fluttered in the breeze like the wild heart of a colt, untamed, unaware. By the old oak tree, with carvings worn and deep, her laughter mingled with the rustling leaves, as sunsets painted lonesome shadows long and steep on those gravel roads where now my spirit grieves. Oh, Rye waits like an old porch swing, still echoing songs of boots on dusty boards. The wind carries whispers and the chill of a love lost like faded words unscored. Rye waits and the sun dips low, casting gold on paths where sorrow lies, and in my heart where no one else may go. Rye waits and never says goodbye. Now the willow's bowed, its tears are are dry and dead. No crimson scarves dance upon the breeze. The oak tree stands, but forgotten is our pledge, and silence fills the void of missing melodies. The cabin by the brook lays empty windows bare, where once our dreams like wildflowers grew. Now only echoes of our laughter split the air as I roam these roads, lost, bereft, unglued. Orion waits like an old porch swing, still echoing songs of boots on dusty boards. The wind carries whispers and the chill of a love lost like faded words unscored. Rye waits and the sun dips low, casting gold on paths where sorrow lies. And in my heart, where no one else may go, Rye waits and never says goodbye. If whispers could be caught like falling rain, or memories held in the folds of a scar, would the winds of rye soothe this sweet pain, or would they just whisper of love's epitaph? Yes, rye waits and I'm a shadow in the setting sun, a silhouette against the fading light of day. With every dusty sunset my heart comes undone in the town of Rye, where my old love lay. Oh, Rye waits, and I reckon I wait too, for a whisper on the window or a sign in the quiet town where the willows weep and view. Rye waits, and I'm left behind.
Shadow of the oak where the wildflowers hide, I found an old scarf, blue as the prairie sky. Beneath the whispering leaves of time, there's a ranch house stood by the crumbling line. Each board and nail, soaked in sun, holds a tale of two hearts that beat as one. That ranch burns low as the evening falls, embers of memories through crumbling walls. The wind sings lonesome through spaces wide, carrying whispers of a love that died. An old porch swing sways with no one to see, just shadows of you, shadows of me. Years rolled like dust down an endless track. Love slipped through fingers, ain't coming back. The saddle sits dusty, the bridle hangs loose on a fence post, weathered by use and abuse. Rain falls like tears on the lonely ground in this quiet town where hope's barely found. That ranch burns low as the evening falls, embers of memories through crumbling walls. The wind sings lonesome through spaces wide, carrying whispers of a love that died. An old porch swing sways with no one to see, just shadows of you, shadows of me. that's lost, all I held dear. A whisper in the ashes, a dance in the flame, nothing but silence to carry my name. So let that branch burn under starlit skies, let it cleanse my soul, let it dry my eyes as the flames reach high, touching not so deep. In the heart of the fire, I'll finally sleep. An old porch swing sways with no one to see, just shadows of you fading from me.
Out where the oak tree meets the creek's embrace, carved our names inside a heart that day. We watched the sun paint gold on your soft face. Under that sky, my dreams were never gray. The fence we built from fallen timbers gray stood guard like sentries, quiet come what may. But time's a thief and winds do whisper low. The fence walked away just like your tender glow. Now I roam these trails with dust beneath my stride, where memories echo and old ghosts reside. The saddle hangs untouched, it's worn and frayed, like the lines of time etched upon my brow. The scarf you left on the porch swing its weight, a dance of shadows as I keep my vow. The cabin's empty, laughter sorely traded for silence like the fields after their plow. But time's a thief and winds do whisper low. The fence walked away just like your tender glow. Now I roam these trails with dust beneath my stride, where memories echo and old ghosts reside. In the heart of night, by the fire's light I see visions of you like whispers of rain on dry leaves. Each log and stone, each dream we've sown, now part of me, tethered to this land where my spirit still believes. Yes, time's a thief and shadows they do grow. That fence walked away, but your love still flows through gravel roads neath endless azure skies. I'll walk these lands till my lonesome heart lies. And though you're gone in the sunset's fiery blaze, I find a peace in these gold-soaked, wistful days.
Down by the edge where the wild oak grows, there's a dusty trail where the river bends, spin golden sunsets with her long ago, where the canyon burns at summer's end. We carved our names in the bark so deep, 'neath the sky's wide dome, where the hawks do roam. In that sacred place where memories seep, once a whispered home, now her name's just a ghost. And oh, the canyon burns like the fire in my chest, each flame a tale of what I've loved and lost. The wind carries the ashes of promises over the cliffs where our dreams got tossed. Oh, the canyon burns, and with each orange blaze my heart recalls her name in aching tones, left riding these trails in a lonesome haze, searching for a love that feels like home. Years flew like leaves in the autumn wind. The old porch swings now a creak and bone. Her scarf still hangs where her laugh had been, in the empty cabin we built alone. Now the gravel roads wear a coat of dust, echoing boots that walked away from the fading trails where we placed our trust, to the silence that holds sway. And oh, the canyon burns while my soul just yearns for a past where love wasn't weather worn, each ember a spark of what I can't return, under stars to which we once had sworn. Yes, the canyon burns, and I'm a shadow at dusk, chasing echoes of a love that's shorn through the whispers of the wind, in a world so brusque where heartstrings are tattered and torn. There's a wisdom in the silver streams flowing under moonlit quartz and stone, teaching me to live in between the dreams we seed and the things we've grown. Oh, the canyon burns through nights cold and stern, with the firelight dancing wild and free, yet in every spark her memory returns, in this rugged heart where she'll always be. Yes, the canyon burns, a never-ending yearn for a ghost of a love that rides next to me. As the sunset fades to the night I turn, with her whisper in the wind 'neath the old oak tree.
In the shadow of oak trees, where our initials carved deep, stands an old wooden cabin where my memories see. The porch creaks under footsteps that echo a tune of days when the sunset met the dust of the moon. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam, in the whispers of the wind where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold, and the night air carries secrets of your love grown cold. Rode past the rivers, trails lined with gold, your scarf in the breeze, bold and uncontrolled. But seasons turned sharply, as did your resolve. Now gravel roads stretch where our dreams used to revolve. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam, in the whispers of the wind where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold,
secrets of your love grown cold. By the old weeping willow I let my heart speak. The saddle's worn leather, now frail and weak. Rain washes your essence from the earth it drains. Only the scent of pine lingers where my heart remains. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam. In the whispers of the wind, where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold, and the night air carries secrets of your love grown cold. So I wander these hills under skies vast and blue, with a heart heavy with echoes and memories of you. The silence will haunt me as I lay down to rest in the wild lands you love, with you still in my chest.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wildflowers hide, I found your scarf, the color of the sunset tide. By the old porch swing, where our whispers danced to the tune of the creek, where we once romanced. Oh, the wind stood still on that broken hill. Your voice haunts the plains where my dreams spill. Stars above bear witness to the chill of a heart that loves you, always will. Years have worn the leather of my riding saddle, gravel roads less traveled by, now hard to straddle. The cabin's empty, echoes with your laughter's trace, fading trails your footprints I still vainly chase. The wind stood still, and so did my will. In the silence your absence is louder still. Under the moon's cold glow I feel the thrill of a heart that loves you and always will. As the dust swirls and the seasons turn, I've walked through rains that cleanse and suns that burn, but in each setting sun and in each star's bright burn, it's to your arms my lonesome heart returns. Yes, the wind stood still where dreams fulfill, in the quiet town by the lonely hill. Though time may pass, my heart beats still for a love lost in the wind and a heart that loves you still. And the wind whispers low as if it knows your name rides the breeze where the river flows. The wind stood still and I'm alone with the memories we made and the love we've known. Out by the old Copeland farm, the oak trees still whisper your name. Where we carved our hearts so wild and free, now nothing out there looks the same. Found that old saddle by the creek, the rain had washed it halfway away. Like the tears that stole your sweet smile from me on that storm-torn, fateful day. And oh, my heart rides lonesome valleys since you and the sun both set to go. This trail's just dust and scattered shadows, with a saddle washed away, like the love I used to know. I walked past the shuttered cabin doors where your laughter filled the golden air. Now only silence greets me there, as if the world knows what I bear. Came upon that scarf you loved, caught on a bramble, frayed and torn, just like the promises we made on the porch where forever was sworn. Yes, my heart rides lonesome valleys since you and the sun both set to go. This trail's just dust and scattered shadows, with a saddle washed away, like the love I used to know. So here I stand where the creek bends low, toss your scarf to the wind's soft side. Guess it's time to let old memories fly, just like that eagle we watched in July. And oh, my heart rides lonesome valleys since you and the sun both set to go. I'll follow these trails of dust and shadows, with my saddle washed away, like the love I'll never outgrow. Forever a wanderer, a shadow in the fray, with my saddle washed away, like the love I'll always know.
Out by the creek where the cottonwoods grew, you wove a scarf, the sky was blue. I watched as the shadows danced on your face. Beneath an oak, our hearts found grace. The wind whispered through high saddle leather, promised us storms we'd weather together. But the storm says nothing as you walked away. Silence like dust on a long gravel way. I yelled to the wind, begged the rain to explain why the sun sets so red and love ends in pain. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past. This old porch knows shadows cast, where laughter filled these empty halls. Now just echoes, boot falls. The cabin stands under twilight's embrace, a monument trace, and the storm says nothing as you walked away. Silence like dust on a long gravel way. I yelled to the wind, begged the rain to explain why the sun set so red and love ends in pain. On a road that's warm, under stars that still blink, I ride alone with too much time to think. Beneath the cool, moody glow of a moon hanging low, I'm learning to forgive what I can't let go. The storm says nothing, but I found my safe. Trails fade out, but memories stay. I whisper to the wind, and the rain knows my name. Sunset still bleeding, but I cherish the flame. Yes, the storm says nothing, yet I've learned to pray for peace in the dust where my heart lays. Out by the oak, where the wild river's been, beneath stars that watched our nights without end, your scarf in the breeze, like a ghost in the dance, laughing at secrets and sweet summer's romance. The porch still creaks where you once laid your head. Old cabin shadows, now my quiet, cold bed. Oh, my heart's a grave tied down with memories buried in this hallowed ground. The wind sings your name through the whispering town, under the moonlight where our love was found. Saddles lay dusty, the trails overgrown, where we once rode through the valleys unknown. The rivers run still where your laughter had flown. Gravel roads empty, I walk them alone. Rain falls like tears on the path to the door of a house, not a home, not now, not anymore. Oh, my heart's a grave tied down with memories buried in this hallowed ground. The wind sings your name through the whispering town, under the moonlight where our love was found. In the silence of night, by the flicker of fire, I see your face in the flames of desire. Time it has tamed the wild dreams we had sown, but your soul's with me still on this journey alone. Yes, my heart's a grave tied down, echoes of you in the spaces around. Oh, I'm bound to roam forever Out here where the oak trees shadow old forgotten trails, I found a scarf, a fragment caught where the soft wind wails. The dusty road beneath my boots once rolled like rivers smooth, echoes with the hooves that danced under that pale moon's groove. On this timeless road, rode through, where our whispers haunt the breeze. Every sunset bleeds a hue of the love that seeped through trees. Hear the whisper of the pines, carrying songs of what we knew. All that's left are these signs on the timeless road, rode through. The porch still stands though weary by that empty cabin side. I see her there, a ghostly smile where shadows now reside. Years have turned the vibrant to a quiet, subtle gray. What once was ours, the land has claimed with each dawn's breaking day. On this timeless road, rode through, where our laughter now feels thin. The winds carry away the words that should have pulled her in. Beneath cold stars I'm riding past memories I held true. Love's echoes left in the dust on the timeless road, rode through. Now the rains come whispering like she did in springtime's glow. Each drop a verse of songs we sang, now only I will know. The saddle's worn, the leather cracked like the heart within my chest. I ride alone, but in my mind her love's the journey's quest. On this timeless road, rode through, where the past can never die. All the dreams we rode toward now, just shadows in my eye. Yet still I find her in the breeze, in the oak's enduring bough. Timeless road, you carry me through the then to the here and now. Timeless road, ride me through to where hearts can't help but roam. In the whispered wind I'm with her, though I'm faded far from home. Music fades, the credits roll, the sunset takes my view. Still my soul rides on and on, the timeless road, rode through.
Out by the creek, under a sky so wide, where the oak trees whisper to the starlit ride, I found your scarf, a fragment in the wind, red as the sunset where our love began. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch swing, in every dust-kicked trail and the songs we'd sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plains. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. Rode past the cabin where we once lay low. Now it's just the bones where the cold winds blow. Gravel roads where your laughter filled the air. Now just a silence that I can't bear. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch every dust-kicked trail and the songs we sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plains. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. And under wide open skies, I reckon my heartache's seen by stars that watched us dream once across these fields so green. Time's their landless rider, it never heeds a plea, yet in its ruthless travel brings your memory back to me. Love waits in the silence of the fading trails, in the echoes of a song that the nightingale wails. Dust settles slow as my heart learns to roam. Love waits forever in this heart, your home.
Of the dawn, neath the old oak tree shade, where we carved our names deep in the bark that made the wild grass dance to the tune of the breeze, where your laughter once lived, now there's only me. And the silence speaks louder than words ever could. Empty saddles, old scars by the worn wooden porch, underneath that vast sky where our dreams used to soar. Unspoken words listen, but she's here no more. Now the cabin stands empty, where the candlelight glowed. Gravel roads lay untouched, where our stories once flowed. The trail's gone cold, the sunset still bleeds in the rivers of gold through the whispering trees. And the silence speaks louder than words ever could. Empty saddles, old scars by the worn wooden porch, underneath that vast sky where our dreams used to soar. Unspoken words listen, but she's here no more. So I roam through these lands like a ghost in the rain, each droplet a memory, each thunder a pain. In the echoes of footsteps, in the settling dust, I search for forgiveness in the winds I must trust. And the silence grows louder as the years tumble by. The oak tree still stands beneath the ever-changing sky. Unspoken words listen, yet her voice calls me still. In the heart of the night, over hill after hill, her shadow might fade like the trails left behind, but the echoes of love, they're forever entwined. Unspoken words listen, oh, they listen so well. In the quiet between us, where true feelings dwell.
In the shadow of the oak I left my leather-bound heart, where the trail splits by the creek, under skies so vast and stark. I found her scarf of faded red, neath the wildflowers sweet, a whispering wind through dusty trails, where our memories discreetly meet. Oh, that trail held a secret in the echoes of her name. The sunset paints in sorrow, every hue tells of the flame. Gone as the light on gravel roads, where our silent songs remain. In the heart of a Roman cowboy stirs the unquiet of the plains. The porch still creaks for company, as if it recalls her steps. But time's a thief on quiet feet, steals the moments that we kept. The cabin holds the coldness now, where once it knew her warmth. Each corner filled with echoes of a love that can't transform. Oh, that trail held a secret in the echoes of her name. The sunset paints in sorrow, every hue tells of the flame. Gone as the light on gravel roads, where our silent songs remain. In the heart of a Roman cowboy stirs the unquiet of the plains. The dust has settled on the saddle, and the rains have washed her trace. But the rivers and the mountains still remember her embrace. As I roam these wild expanses under stars that know my plight, she's the prayer beneath my breath, the lonesome serenade at night. Oh, that trail held a secret, and it's buried deep with time. Whispers float on western winds of a love both bold and blind. As the horizon swallows the sun and the shadows claim the light, the trail keeps the secret wrapped in the arms of the night. On the outskirts of a dream, by the shadow of an oak, I trace the lines of laughter where your scarf once gently spoke. Underneath that aging porch, where the old wood barely stands, my boots still stir the dust up like your fingers through my hands. But love said nothing as the silence filled the air, just the creaking of the saddle and a whisper of despair. The sunset bleeds like fire on horizons turning thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. Those gravel roads we wandered, now just pathways to the past. The cabin stands abandoned, like the shadows that we cast. Rain taps on the rooftop,
like the rhythms of your grace, but it's just a lonely heartbeat in this empty, quiet place. Love said nothing as the darkness hugged the light, just the echo of your footsteps merging with the coming night. The stars above like watchers to a tale that's wearing thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. And oh, how the prairies remember us, every laugh woven through the grass, every tear a drop of rain, turning trails to mud and glass. But as the moon climbs the back of the hills where once our dreams did soar, I find solace in the silence, though it pains me evermore. Love said nothing, not a farewell or a sigh, just the turning of the earth and the aching of the sky. Now I ride through fading trails where our memories have thinned. Love said nothing, but I still feel everything. Out by Willow Creek, under the shade of an ancient oak, I carved our names inside a heart, a sacred vow I spoke. The sun danced through the leaves, on your scarf it caught a gleam. But summer by the creek side, now just a faded dream. Oh, the creek watched me leave, with dust on my boots and pain I couldn't relieve. Whispers in the wind, your laughter haunting me, echoes of what used to be. The creek watched me leave. Seasons turned the pages, old porches fell to time. The road we walked is overgrown, the wildflowers in time. Where once our love burned bright, now only shadows move. In the silence of the empty cabins, I still search for you. Oh, the creek watched me leave, with dust on my boots and a sorrow I couldn't weep. The rustling of the leaves like soft words from thee, echoes of what used to be. The creek watched me leave. There's a lonesome feeling riding trails that turn to mist. Every sunset bleeds a color I try hard to resist. This saddle knows my burden, this path knows my cost. Every mile I'm further from the love I've lost. Oh, the creek watched me leave, with dust on my boots under skies that grieve, holding on to a memory as the world lets go with ease. Haunted by the echo, the creek creek watch me leave. Darkness takes the valley and I whisper to the breeze, love's a tale for younger hearts, let mine at last find peace. Dust rises with my pardon as the stars begin to weave. Only the creek remembers, and it watched me leave.
Out by the old Duns River, where the oak trees guard the sky, there's a shack with broken windows, where we watch the world go by. Your scarf still on the porch swing, dances with the whispering wind, each sway a ghostly echo of your laughter once penned. But the whiskey said nothing as I called out your name into the cold night air where only silence came. And these hills hold your shadow like the moon clings to the night. Oh, the whiskey said nothing, but your memory holds tight. Remember how the dust rose underneath their dancing feet. Now the gravel road's deserted, just like the heart you chose to cheat. The rains came through in April, washed your footsteps from the lane, left me with these old echoes and a soul that won't stop the pain. Yes, the whiskey said nothing as it whispered soft and low to the emptiness beside me where your warmth used to glow. Now each sunset's just a picture where our past and sorrow blend. Oh, the whiskey said nothing, but I'm still talking to the wind. So I'll saddle up come morning, leave behind this haunted room where every creaking floorboard sounds just like your leaving tune. Maybe out past Carson's Ridge or across the Mesa's crown, I'll find peace in wandering where your ghost can't track me down. Still the whiskey says nothing as the stars watch me weep on a bed of cold regrets where your love's a dream I keep. And these trails may fade behind me, but my heart's bound to your spell. Oh, the whiskey said nothing, but it keeps your secrets well. In the twilight's last gleaming, as I ride through lonesome lands, the whiskey says nothing, but I still see your hands. Out where the oak tree shadows crept by the old cabin where we first wept, the wind's a soft whisper of your laugh, echoes of you in the photographs. Dusty boots by the door, worn and bent, your faded scarf holds your scent. An empty porch swing sways in vain, the sun dips slow, calls your name. Hollow heart haunts these wild lands, know
whisper in the rain, your shadow in the snow. On every lonely gravel road I wander torn apart. Every sunset bleeds through my hollow heart. Once a flame, now the ash is cold. The stories we told have grown old. From the mountains to the plains, all I see are places you walked without me. The saddle's empty on my mare. She's restless, feels you're not there. The trails we rode now overgrown. Without your light, without my home. Hollow heart haunts these wild lands know. Your whisper in the rain, your shadow in the snow. Every twisted trail's a tale of us apart. Every sunset bleeds through my hollow heart. As the stars peek out and the night descends, I feel the weight of your absence again. But in the dark I see the truth in every star, in every in this place, a quiet soul lost without your embrace. In the silence of the night, in the cry of the lark, forever wandering my hollow log. Out where the oaks cast long shadows at dusk, in a town too small to claim, she laughed under the porch light flickering rust as the prairie sang her name. We danced past the midnight while the coyotes cried, her scarf catching the moon's soft sighs. But the dawn came riding hard from the east, and that long ride closed her eyes. And now the wind whispers low through the saddle I bear, and the cabins creak with old desires. Every gravel road a memory, every sunset a tear, since that long ride closed her eyes. Years have their way of changing a man. The trails once bright, now gray. That porch stands quiet, no more laughs in the span. Only silence holds sway. The dust settles thick where her boots left a trace. Echoes of laughter, the ghost of her grace. Rain falls like mercy on this heart that won't dry, since that long ride closed her eyes. Now the wind whispers low through the saddle I bear, and the cabins creak with old desires. Every gravel road a memory, every sunset a tear, since that long So here's to the roads, both taken and not, to the loves we hold tight in our thoughts. May the dust always dance where the old oak lies, since that long ride closed her eyes. Since that long ride closed her eyes. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the creek sings low to me, there's a cabin with a shattered pane. Echoes of you still remain. We carved our names in that worn wood, promised forever as best we could. The scarf you left hangs on the porch, gone like the flame from a spent-out torch. Shattered glass and echoes, wild winds upon the meadow, every whisper in the grass, a piece of a love that couldn't last. Sunset bleeds but won't forget the silhouette of sweet regret, where shadows merge and rivers pass. All that remains are shattered glass echoes. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now just tracks to a lonesome home. Thunder rolls over plains so wide, but it's quiet where my heart resides. Dust settles on the empty chair, fading trails of memories there. An old saddle dry and worn like the leather of love, weathered and torn. Shattered glass and echoes, wild winds upon the meadow, every whisper in the grass, a piece of a love that couldn't last. Sunset bleeds but won't forget the silhouette of sweet regret, where shadows merge and rivers pass. All that remains are shattered glass echoes. Stars that watched us then, do they know we can't begin again? The night breeze deep, the coyote calls, and dreams of dancing in old town halls. I reach for you, but just embrace the empty night, the open space. Shattered glass and echoes, this cowboy's heart is fallow. Every whisper in the grass, tales of a love that's meant to last. Though paths diverge and lovers part, you're the sunset that grips my heart. In the quiet hum of the fading past, I live in the sound of shattered glass echoes. And in the chill of dawn's first light, I hold on to the echoes of our last good night.